I want to talk about a powerful resource that you already have, but you might be missing out on tapping into its potential because maybe it needs a little exercise. Um, but it really is waiting to help you accomplish whatever goals you have in mind. And you can apply this to your health and wellness or anything else for that matter. You really can. But you just have to wake it up and give it some regular exercise. Before I get too far into the details, I'd really better introduce myself. I'm Kim Chapman. I'm a certified health coach, a nutritional therapist and an educator, and I've spent 3 years as an educator on the NHS Healthier You programme, where I helped people to change their lifestyle in order to improve their health markers, and that often involved losing some weight. Now, during that time, I met so many women who were finding it difficult to lose weight despite their best efforts. They'd tried all sorts of different plans and things like that, and they really were so frustrated because it just wasn't working for them. Now, I couldn't believe this because that's exactly what had happened to me a few years before, and I really couldn't believe just how common it was. And so after I'd done an awful lot of research, and actually that led me to becoming a health coach and getting into this area. And it's really what's led me here today with this group, because I really want to share what I've learned and what I did to lose weight and improve my health, and how I've helped lots of women I've met too, and my clients as well. Now, it's your mindset and your motivation. I guess that's two things really, but they are so intertwined. Mindset and motivation are pretty interlocked. Now, we all have moments when it feels weaker sometimes than we want it to be, which is really why we need to give it a little bit of TLC on a regular basis to keep things ticking over nicely. So it's there for us as a resource when we need to tap into it. Making time to work on it is just as important on working on other aspects of your wellness, because it's your mindset and your motivation ultimately that drives the entire process. Did you know that your brain and your mindset is ultimately the most important factor responsible for your success? Except here's the thing, often we wait for it to just kick in. Now, we've often heard people say, you may have said it yourself, I'll start when I get motivated, or I just lost my motivation. I just don't feel motivated, and you're just waiting for something to happen magically to kickstart the process. And sometimes it does kick in, rarely though, for a short time anyway. But then it kind of wears out. It gets tired, quite literally. And studies show that there really is a limit on how much willpower we can muster up every single day. Now, this means that it's really up to each of us to train our mindset muscle, just like we do the muscles in our body. So you have to surround it with an environment that's positive and supportive and conducive to having, a positive mindset. Feed it with inspiration in what you read, listen to, or watch, or the people you're with, and train it by consistently taking positive action that moves you forward, because when you do, that builds momentum, and when you get the momentum going, your motivation automatically improves. So you find, when you're moving forward, it automatically drives the process. So you do have to make time to intentionally work on it. It just doesn't happen by itself. It doesn't happen by magic. Yes, it takes some time, it takes commitment, and it takes some effort, and it pays off in the long run. Because when your motivation is challenged and gaining that momentum, it's ready with firm resolve, and it will stand you in good stead and keep you going, keep that momentum going in the future. So just to give you an example, here are a few things that I do every day to keep my mindset strong. Now, we all have days when we don't feel like doing something. So, for example, I don't always feel like sort of exercising, but I think about how good I'm going to feel afterwards, and I usually do. And it's a really good feeling afterwards of achievement, and it's just like sort of nourishment and food for the body. So you physically feel good as well as mentally too. It raises all those feel-good hormones. So, and I also remind myself of why I'm doing this, what it is I'm ultimately wanting to achieve that's so important to me, and being fit and healthy and strong so I can do what I want to do in the future is really important. And this is something I encourage my clients to work on too, and I encourage you to do that as well. Another thing I do, I usually have some kind of self-development book or podcast on the go. I'm currently reading a book called The XX Brain by Dr. Lisa Mosconi. It's about empowering women to prevent dementia. I'll show you. Here it is. I know it's a bit heavy, but I have a particular interest here because 3 years ago I lost my father to dementia, and it's a horrible disease. And I want to learn as much about everything I can do to help myself, and also in turn pass on what I've learned as well. So that's something that I'm particularly keen on doing. I always, as I say, I'm a lifelong learner, so I've always got to know about different things. I'm very curious, so I've often got some kind of self-development book on the go, as I said. When it comes to social media, I only follow people on social media who actually do inspire me in some way and have some kind of positive impact or have a positive story. I'll be quick to unfollow anybody that starts sort of talking in a negative way and has a negative impact, because, you know, I find that sort of, you know, we don't need that sort of negative influence outside. So especially on social media, you can easily walk into a lot of that. So I only follow people who have a positive impact. Another example is setting daily intentions. So either the night before or when you wake up, you can think about what it is you want to achieve that day, and think about how you're going to handle certain situations, so that you get a positive outcome, the outcome that you want. You might actually write in a journal, either in the morning or in the evening, thinking about things that have gone well, what it is, how much progress you're making towards your goal. By writing it down, it has a very powerful effect. There's a lot of research done that suggests that writing things down has a very profound effect on our brains, our mindset, and our level of motivation too. Be specific when you can, because there's a lot of power in those details. Ultimately, though, the results we achieve are dependent on actually what goes on in our brain. That's far more important than anything else, really. What I want to know is, what are you doing to make your mindset stronger today? Why not start off by typing in the comments below here? Let me know what it is you're working on or what you want to work on, either today, tomorrow. So again, let me know in the comments. I really want to know. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.